Leading local in today's top story, the battle between tenants and landlords. Earlier this year, we brought you a story of a woman who had said she had been treated poorly by a local apartment management business. Since then, our phone at KX News has been ringing off the hook. Reporter Mary Gutenkopf brought us the first story. So Mary, what has happened since then?
Well, after the story aired, we heard from dozens of community members, all saying they had the same experience. In continuing coverage, I sat down with several of those people to bring you their stories.
I've rented a lot in my life and never really came up against this.
Valley Rental is a North Dakota-based apartment management company with locations in Bismarck and Fargo, and one in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Former Valley Rental tenants I spoke with say they experienced major issues with management, particularly when it comes to communication and maintenance.
It was very hard to get a hold of them. I tried calling them multiple times, nobody was picking up. Tried emailing them, no answer.
But the largest issues tenants say they encountered came when they moved out of their apartments.
Everything was cool. They told me I'd get a bill or a refund in 2 months depending on what they found in my apartment. And then 2 months later, I get an email and I open it up and it says I owe them $5,000. I was like in shock.
When Liza Miller looked into that charge, she says she knew something wasn't right, as they had charged her $4,000 for carpet replacement.
So I asked them to send me a receipt from the carpet company. And I found out not only had they replaced the carpet, they replaced the vinyl and the underfloor beneath the vinyl. They had replaced every single piece of flooring in that apartment.
Many longer-term tenants such as Joan Bertram say the issues first began when management changed hands about 5 years ago.
When I first moved in, it wasn't owned by Valley Rental, and then it was eventually taken over by them.
When tenants such as Bertram attempted to communicate with management, both before and after move-out, many say they were either met with unclear responses or no response at all.
The frustrating part is when you can't reach them to sit down and discuss why is it like this?
With no response from management, Bertram and dozens of other tenants were left to deal with charges they say were fake.
It got to the point where I wasn't even the money anymore, it's the principle of it.
Now these tenants say they're left feeling helpless, either facing exorbitant charges or the threat of poor credit scores.
All these charges got sent to collections. Completely hurt my credit a lot. And I'm 22 years old, you know?
Even the idea of getting legal assistance gives some former tenants no hope, as it costs either time or money that they don't have. Bertram says she tried suing Valley Rental, to no avail.
I went to the courthouse, filled out all the information the way I thought I was supposed to, and then got that letter from their lawyer saying I hadn't followed correct procedure, so the case got dismissed. I never did get to, discuss my side of the story.
Many tenants are hoping they can share their experience and get the word out.
I'm hoping at the very least I can warn other people to be very, very cautious renting from them if they rent from them at all. I'm hoping Valley Rental will change their ways or be held accountable at least.
And the word seems to be getting out. Currently, Valley Rental has less than a 2.5-star rating on Google reviews, with the majority of those reviews left being just 1 star. One says they are a slumlord. Another 1-star review says if I could give a 0, I would. Then 5-star reviews started pouring in around the same time we aired our original story on Valley Rental.
All of my attempts to get in contact with Valley Rental have been denied thus far.
So did you interview and speak to other people who had this same exact issue, Mary?
Yes, these issues actually were just the tip of the iceberg. I interviewed dozens of people who didn't feel comfortable sharing their experience on camera.
It is unfortunate, but Mary, it'll be fascinating to learn more about this and what the latest is. Mary, thank you so much.